Greetings, Honorable BT. Just a quick question. What is your comment with the latest RBZ regulations that they've released in line with the nation's response to the COVID-19 pandemic? Can the people trust this move? Is it something that is going to be beneficial to the people, or it's a continued cycle of regulations that will just not help the ordinary person on the ground? What is your comment as the MDC?
Yvonne, no one can trust this government. No one can trust this regime. There are two problems. The challenge is that this regime has never made a decision based on objectivity. He has never made a decision based on rationality and the common good, utilitarianism. All their decisions have been made on the back of the fact that they want to benefit. So here there are two things. First is dollarization. Second is the removal of the peg from 35 to 25. So it's quite clear that they've run out of foreign currency. They need foreign currency in their businesses, so they want to look after themselves, which is why they have to make the cost of the US dollar cheaper, and they've put it to 25 when the black market rate is 45. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating, which is why I've been questioning my friends here about premature celebration. Let's see what the regulations will say. Let's see what the law will say. Because if there is no full dollarization, in other words, if people are not going to be paid salaries in US dollars and obligations to be paid in US dollars, then there's nothing that they would have done. But the bottom line is that you cannot have a regime that in a year changes policies like 20 times. In January of 2019, we're using a different currency. In February of which was 1:1. In February of 2019, we were now using a different currency, which was 1:2.5. By March, we're using a different currency, which was 1:18 or 1:30, depending on what rate and where you were sourcing the foreign currency. By June of 2019, the US dollar and the basket of multiple currencies had been de-dollarized. In March of 2019, a few weeks ago, there was now a removal of the peg. Now, 2 weeks later, there's now a back to the dollar. So it's a dog's breakfast, but one which not many dogs would touch. This is the worst government in the history of governments. And what they are doing is the reflection of the fact that they have no legitimacy. Not only do they lack legitimacy, they also lack political legitimacy. They also lack performance legitimacy. So if you lack performance legitimacy and political legitimacy, you're a disaster. Emerson is a disaster, a complete disaster. The worst president in the history of presidents, the worst government in the history of governments.